Welcome to part 1 on the double data type. In this lesson we will look at what is double and how one declares and initializes it. As you can see from this figure here, on the floating point we've discussed the float. The other data type of the double is the of the floating point number is the double, which is 64 bits. I'm going to start my JShell in verbose mode. Okay, you can declare a double in either decimal or scientific format. In the decimal format, the default is double. That is if you don't add a suffix to it. So let's declare some doubles. Yeah, I declared a double, but I didn't initialize it. And as you can see, it initializes to 0.0. Yeah, I've initialized double D2 to 99.0. This one is also legal. And so is this one. What about this one? What do you think will happen in this case? As you can see, you must at least have one digit before or after the decimal point. So this one gives me a compiler error. And that one is fine. Now you can, but you don't have to add the suffix. As you can see, I didn't add any suffix, but I'm going to declare quickly one or two suffixes so I can show you. If you omit it, it's fine, but then it sees it as a double and not a float. So this would be with a D suffix for double. That's fine. And you can use a small d as well, just like the previous lesson with the float, this big F and a small f. Okay, let's have a look now. We can also declare it using the scientific notation. So let's do a couple of those. I declared 2.35 in its scientific form of 23.5 e to the minus 1. Let's do a couple more of those. I used the comma, which is wrong. You must have a decimal point there. So we'll fix that quickly. I can also use the small e instead of the big E. and the small d there I'm using a suffix there. of D for double, and that's fine. Here's another one. I can also start it with just with a point. Here's another one. Okay, display all the variables that are listed there. And there's all my doubles in different ways that I declared and initialized them. Okay, in this one, as you can see here, I don't have any digit before or after the decimal point in scientific notation, and I've got a suffix there. And this one as well, it's going to give me an illegal expression. I would have to have at least one digit before or after the decimal point. We've come to the end of this lesson. We saw that the double uses 64 bits to store a floating point number in the IEEE 754 standard format. By default, real numbers in Java are of type double, if not explicitly declared as a float. We can declare double literals either in decimal or scientific format. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, learned something from it, and please don't forget to press the subscribe and notify button. I've also got a Facebook page related to this channel. You are welcome to join my adventure channel where I share photos and videos of various activities. Until we meet again in our next lesson, I wish you well and happy coding.